Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to be working with our 1998 Toyota Camry. We're going to show you how to remove and replace your lateral link in the rear. What this is essentially a tie rod for the rear of your vehicle. In the same way, we have an inner and outer tie rod in the front. This just has an adjusting sleeve in the middle and allows us to stick the rear of the spindle farther out for toe in, or pull the rear in toward the subframe here for more toe out, to make sure we have a better alignment and a vehicle that goes down the road straight and wears tires evenly. If you like this video, please click subscribe. We have a ton more information on this car as well as many other makes and models. And if you need this part for your vehicle, you can follow the link down in the description over to 1AAuto.com. Here are the items you'll need for this repair. Grab onto the hubcap and remove it from the wheel. We're going to use a 21mm socket and breaker bar to remove all 5 lug nuts. We'll crack them loose now, raise and support the vehicle, and then finish removing the lugs. We've put our vehicle on a lift to make it easier to film for you, but this job can be easily done with a jack and jack stands. Remove the wheel and tire. Using a 19mm socket and a breaker bar, we'll loosen the nut on the spindle side of our lateral link. Now that the nut has been broken loose, we'll finish removing it with our socket and ratchet. Using a 19mm breaker bar on one end, and we're using another 19mm breaker bar to support the bolt, but you could use a wrench if you can get in there with it. We're going to break the nut loose. And finish removing it with a ratchet. We'll repeat this step on the opposite nut so we can remove this bracket and slide our lateral link off. Now that we've got the nuts off, we can remove this plate and remove our lateral links from the vehicle. You may have to tap or pry these off a little bit. Here we have our old trailing arm that we removed from our vehicle and our new part from 1AAuto.com. As you can see, both parts are exactly the same. These are clocked a little differently right now because of the adjusting sleeve in the middle, but we'll deal with that in a little bit. And this one is missing the joint on the end because ours was frozen to the bolt and we had to end up breaking off the arm and then cutting through the sleeve to be able to remove everything and install our new arm. What this arm does is it allows us to adjust the rear of our spindle either in or out to adjust the toe of the rear spindle. This makes sure that our vehicle goes down the road straight and smooth and wears tires evenly. So if you have a bad lateral link or a frozen one that's preventing you from aligning the rear end, this new part from 1AAuto is going to go in direct fit just like your original equipment and fix you upright. Before installing our lateral link, we'll measure the distance from the inside edge of the eyelet to the inside edge of the opposite eyelet. We're getting just about 18.5 inches here. So we'll go ahead and get our new one close so we'll be able to safely drive our vehicle to go get an alignment. Now we'll loosen both of the locking nuts so we can move our adjusting sleeve. Now that we've got it set to just about the right length, we'll go ahead and bring the lock nuts back down. We'll tighten these up when they're in the vehicle just because it'll be a little bit easier, but if we get them snug for now, then it shouldn't rotate and cause us any issue going in. Reinstall the lateral link with the shorter of the two ends facing in. We'll reinstall that plate over the ends of our lateral links, as well as the two 19mm nuts. Then we'll install the washer and the nut on the spindle side. We'll tighten all of these down with a 19mm socket and ratchet. Torque these bolts to 134 foot-pounds. Now we'll just lock those lock nuts into place. We're using a 24mm wrench here. Then we'll take our vehicle to get a proper four-wheel alignment. Reinstall the wheel and tire. Get all the lug nuts down as tight as you can by hand. Lower the vehicle carefully back onto the wheel and tire. Torque the lug nuts to 76 foot-pounds in a cross pattern. Line up the notch in the hubcap over the valve stem. Tap the hubcap back into place.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope this video helped you out. Next time you need parts for your car, please visit 1aauto.com. Also check out our other helpful how-to as well as diagnosis videos.